Within the United Kingdom, digital video is starting to intersect with TV, however there's still a long way to go. I think what you're starting to see now is some of the networks having an appetite to introducing some of the programmatic buying models that have been so successful for VOD buying into their programs. And I think you're also seeing an appetite for consumer data coming in. So people like Sky with their AdSmart trying to overlay targeted ads in the show based on the demographics of the users on their system. Also people like Channel 4 having nearly 50% of 16 to 24-year-olds data on their 4OD system and what they can do with that in that space. However, I think there's still a lot of the traditional way of buying TV, and we're still struggling to try and get the right measurement in place where we can see who's seeing videos online and who's seeing them on TV. I think the two solutions are one of measurement and also the appetite of the TV owners to push forward in this space. I think you're still seeing, compared to say what we're seeing with Comcast in the States with X1, systems like that aren't really in the UK yet. However, there certainly is an appetite there because there is revenue to be bitten at. So certainly that's where the TV networks want to go. But measurement is still a big issue. And Nielsen are kind of making some steps in that space, but I think the more we can put all of our online buying and our TV buying through the same system, we're going to start to overcome some of those measurement problems. We have an AV buying division, not a TV division, over at Starcom. It's a setup to deal with these developments. Like when these technologies launch, we want to be the first ones on there buying through those systems and having the same team that oversees TV, the same team that oversees VOD. So for us, it's keeping abreast of the latest technological developments coming out of the networks and jumping on them as soon as we can. I think the big opportunity for networks like Twitter and Facebook in the second screen space is not just being the second screen to AV, but rather what can they feed back to those first screens. So, we've seen hashtags on commercials, we've seen hashtags on TV shows, but what we might be seeing in the future is what can the data from Twitter on TV watching, on what consumers are talking about, being passed back to those big networks in order to shape the programming that they're making and the content that they're making. And you see a lot of that in live TV, but not so much in pre-made content so far. So I think that's the future of that space, and I think that's another revenue stream for companies like Twitter and Facebook, which are kind of maximizing their CPM and CPC buying models at the moment. What our clients are looking for is, always trying to stay ahead of the game, which I guess is something we're doing all the time, or trying to do all the time where we can. But I think the main thing that clients want right now is they want to find get better value from their media. And that's not necessarily about rate buying, it's about audience targeting, it's about reducing wastage, and it's about better storytelling. So for us, we're looking at ways in which we can better target the consumers, build up databases around those consumers for retargeting, and also creating the right content that goes against the right message at the right time. What we're working towards now, I think, is integration in digital into everything that we do. And as a digital strategy director, that's part of my main job, is to make sure that the latest and greatest digital technology is seen by our clients. They're injecting digital thinking into everything that we do. And we're taking advantage of digital technology for offline media as well. So how can we tie up TV and radio and print with the digital sphere and databases and online content and things like that. So that, I think, is the big thing that we're trying to achieve at the moment at Starcom.